It's a pleasure and a delight and an honor to be here with each one of you. Also, I would like to share my pleasantries with His Excellency Dr. Jeremiah Ikamayas. We have also our guest of honor, Dr. John Iras, the Deputy Governor. We also have representatives of the county government, also the development partners, community leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here with each one of you today as we officially launch the Stronger project and also celebrate the Together project. On behalf of Adra Kenya, I warmly welcome you and thank you for joining us today on this very auspicious occasion. Well, as alluded by our board member, I would just like to highlight the key aspects of what Adra is. Adra is here to serve humanity so that we all may live as God has intended. Our motto is justice, compassion, and love. Our values are being courageous, being compassionate, and also being connected. So that is what, in a nutshell, what Adra is. Well, for decades, Adra Kenya has worked alongside communities across Kenya, supporting efforts and improving lives, restoring dignity, and creating opportunities for sustainable development. One lesson has remained constant throughout our journey. Lasting transformation happens when communities are empowered to lead their own development. That principle lies at the core of Stronger, a project building on the success of Together as an Adra initiative whose impact has been deeply felt by communities across the Turkana West Sub-County. As Adra, we are proud to be implementing this transformative initiative alongside our colleagues in Adra Canada, Adra Africa, and sister Adra offices in Cambodia and Philippines. This global partnership reflects a shared belief that communities everywhere deserve the opportunity to live with dignity, security, and hope.
As Adra board, being a deliberate action by the board, that going forward, the board will be able to be in the space of other activities within the areas in which they are working. So the last time that we came here, of course, we were looking at small issues that I'm sure we managed to address, especially on the Together project. So we are here because we were sent by the board to participate in this activity, being today and tomorrow. So you'll be able to see us here as a support team, to run with the team, to be able to see the activities and the outcomes that we are seeing presented here today.
Adra Stronger pada namonya bunedi kita tani nyatuma ayana baswa da ayana tuma da atamari ara ile bolere kani tuma kuna to kutumia procedures kutumo kuno ara ile alikuwa si akulia emeri alorotano cherkamu no losata kama okuninga kipi to boliare alorot.
There was a situation in the place young girls used to be raped when they are going to fetch water. To collect firewood or charcoal, they were being waylaid on the way. When Adra started the training and empowerment, that has sorted out that matter.
We have been in Kenya over 30 years and we have about getting to about 10 years in partnership with your county. Currently, we have 4 projects here, and they have been funded by our very good friends, Adra Canada, who are present here with us. And the funding that we have currently now is mainly looking at sexual and reproductive health. We are standing with the Turkana women and girls and youth and men so that we can strengthen the sexual and reproductive health quality, the services, information systems, and also working to eliminate or reduce the sexual and gender-based violence in the county. It has been a powerful partnership. The total portfolio from 2010 to 2031 is about 2 billion Kenya shillings. So Adra Kenya is a serious development partner to your county government. It is, and I would say that we thank God for the Canadian government, because they are actually the funders of Adra Canada and Adra Kenya. So Adra, Canadian government is a powerful and very important partner for the county. So we really appreciate the funding, the funders through the Global Affairs Canada, that's their donor organization, coming through Adra Canada, and the partnership has been going very well.
Adra Canada has been with Adra Kenya in partnership for over 20 years, and we are grateful, very grateful for a partner like Adra Kenya, because from all the conversations I've had, people are talking about real issues that the projects are actually intervening in. So that means that when Adra Kenya does assessments on the ground, they are very serious and they advocate for the community very relevantly. And so we are thankful to God for the taxpayers in Canada who contributed to those millions of dollars. Thankful also for the Canadian government, but also the Canadian government that just doesn't give a grant. They say, Adra Canada, we want to see that you have a hand in this, that you have a stake in this. We have to cost share. So they require us to put 5% of the money from Adra Canada, and so we go back to the Canadians and say, please give us, because the need is really in Turkana. We go to the Adventist church members in Canada and say, please make sure we can make this 5% so that the Canadian government will match. So there are many stakeholders that are behind this project, all the way from those who did the assessment on the ground, the collaborators, the Canadians, the board. There are so many rooting for success of the people of Turkana. So I just want to say that Adra Canada is committed. Adra Canada is Adra Kenya. We are one Adra, over 100 countries around the world, but we are one network, committed to make sure that wherever Adra is, it is the same standard, it is high quality, it is impactful, and it is very sustainable.
Please include Nakalane Ward as one of the areas that should be of focus, because that is where we have the gold mines. We have high incidences of GPV cases, high prevalences of TB, malaria, child labor, abuse. High teenage pregnancies are in that area. It is just next to Turkana West. Administratively, it is managed from Turkana West. It is considered to be in Turkana North constituency, but administratively, it's managed in Turkana West. And all those people in Turkana West are refugees, in the mining field are refugees and Turkana West communities. That is the highest risk we have in Turkana now. So when you are working there, make sure that area is covered.
To send, to bring His Excellency the Governor's appreciation and support, and to assure you of his own commitment on behalf of the Turkana people, and to appreciate the investments of 2 billion Kenya shillings to support the programs here in Turkana. He has directed me as the person in charge of partners resource mobilization to offer the necessary support that Adra needs, and we appreciate that collaboration. Yesterday we had a big team from Turkana. We had a bilateral meeting with the Refugee Donor Group Technical Committee ahead of the General Committee in September, making a case for why investments or programs need to be centered at the local level. Because if we build the infrastructure necessary to strengthen them, then we can build sustainable resilience for these projects. And one of the efforts that I wanted to mention here is our analysis gap, which is almost 3 times the amount of the investments that we are putting. So we want to, in a very special way, sincerely thank you for that. Before I mention those people that I want to mention in this speech, I also want to say we are very grateful for the Canadian government. Particularly, we have had engagements with the Secretary of State, and we have had continuous engagement with the High Commissioner. The challenges in the refugee camps and all those in protracted wars in Kakuma needed leadership at the time when there were crises about funding cuts within the programs. And I'm glad that one of the areas that we are so passionate about, that we are so much very keen, is the issue of protection related with GBV. The differentiated assistance as it was implemented and classifying vulnerable communities to categories 3 and 4 did create an enormous disadvantage. I had a chance to go and have a conversation with the communities in Kakuma, and we were disturbed by the idea that some women were reporting exchanging their body for sex at 100 per person, and some of them getting records that you can have sex with them to be paid later. And that is because the only thing they can vouch for at that time is for them to be able to surrender themselves to people who can give them 100 shillings. 100 shillings is less than $1. That was a very painful experience for me to be able to listen or to hear from these communities. Our chief officer has given statistics in terms of what is there for SRHR. And we are very passionate as a county government that the county government must take lead, that we must be able to appropriate resources to support SRHR. And Governor of Turkana has committed additional resources in terms of supporting our local leadership and all the structures of the national government to take the lead in supporting programs for SGBV. And the last thing I want to mention also and to acknowledge is the commitment of the Canadian government to provide additional support to the refugees in Kakuma. I know that the WUSC program is one of those that is supporting the students for extended program. We are also appealing as the Turkana County that some portion of those positions or the support for education programs under WUSC should also be extended to the host community, because Turkana people and Turkana County has sacrificed so much in hosting refugees here in Turkana. And we expect that as we transition to Shirika plan, that county implementation, program implementation unit be the center for program implementation, so that we are all accountable, we are auditable, we build the structures that will continue to provide service, and that is the case that we are making. Without the additional support and commitment of Joshua Taba, the High Commissioner, the situation in the support for Canadian government within the refugees in Kakuma would have been a challenging one. So we want you to know that just beyond what you are providing through Adra, that the relationship between the Turkana County, the Turkana people, and those who are affected by protracted wars and the Kakuma refugee camp, Canada has shown that responsibility must be shared, and we all have to be part and parcel of the solution that we provide. So we are not just here to celebrate you, but we celebrate the humanity that the representative of Adra did mention. And with all that, the governor of Turkana deeply appreciated these engagements, and as he demonstrated in the various meetings with Adra, he said, I should be here and I must be here, and here I am to fulfill that commitment.